Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review and blood glucose test on the Keto Bagel Thins from Thomas. One of the most popular requests I've gotten for reviews is to review the Keto Bagel Thins from Thomas, and that's what we're going to do in this video. Now let's start off by taking a look at the nutritional information and ingredients. Serving size is 1 bagel, 80 calories each, 2.5 grams of total fat, 18 grams of total carbohydrates, of which 16 are dietary fiber for a net 2 grams, and 9 grams of protein. In terms of ingredients, quite a list here. Water, modified wheat starch, wheat protein isolate, sunflower flour, vegetable oil, and it says in parentheses soybean, so I'm not thrilled about that. That tends to cause me inflammation. Kind of feel it in my knees, lower back, knuckles. Yeast, corn fiber, inulin, oat fiber, cornmeal, sea salt, mono and diglycerides, preservatives, calcium propionate and sorbic acid, soy lecithin, guar gum, xanthan gum, citric acid, leavening, which is sodium acid pyrophosphate, baking soda, and monocalcium phosphate, maltodextrin, and sesame seeds. So if you adhere to a strict, clean keto diet, this is probably not going to be for you. Additionally, if you count total carbs versus net carbs, also probably not for you. But for those of you who are still sticking around, I'm going to try this out the same way I've tried out any other keto or supposedly keto bagel. I am going to try it out. I'm going to try out 1/2 untoasted. I'm going to take a bite, see what I think. I'm going to apply a little cream cheese, see what I think. And then I'm going to toast the other half and have that with cream cheese. Now I realize the cream cheese may blunt the glucose response a little bit, but that's the only way I'm going to wind up eating a bagel. So I want to keep this real life. Now when they say bagel thins, they are not kidding. This entire bagel is probably about 1/3, maybe 1/4 of a size of a standard bagel in terms of thickness. The texture looks a lot like somebody just took some white bread and crushed it. It doesn't look completely bagel-y on the inside. I don't know if that's a real word or not, but it's not nearly as dense as a regular bagel. Honestly, it tastes sort of like a commercial light wheat bread. I don't know that I'm thrilled with it. There's something just slightly sweet about it. I'm not sure if that's the inulin. Let's put some cream cheese on it. Not bad, but it's really the cream cheese, I think, that's carrying it at this point. Now let's try out the toasted bagel with cream cheese. So while applying the cream cheese, it really kind of showed that this is a little bit flimsy. I mean, it's already sort of cracking here in the middle, but toasting seems to weaken this a little bit. That's one of the reasons I do the toast test. Again, not bad. And I think if you had maybe a little bit of like a blueberry or strawberry keto spread in combination with this cream cheese, it could be pretty tasty, but I could probably argue that anything with some cream cheese and fruit spread on it would probably taste pretty good. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to finish both this toasted bagel and the untoasted bagel, and then using a Dexcom G7 continuous glucose monitor and the Levels Health Analysis software, I'm going to see what the impact is on my glucose over the course of the next 2 hours. All right, welcome back. It has been about 2 hours and 15 minutes since I ate that bagel, and in just a sec, I'm going to take a look at the Levels Health app and see how my blood glucose responded. But first, I would encourage you to sign up for the Serious Keto newsletter. This comes out every Sunday. It is spam-free. It includes links to all of my videos from the previous week, maybe even a flashback video, also some behind-the-scenes pictures, info as to what I'm working on, and maybe some other fun stuff. So check out that link down in the description below. But now I'm going to open the Levels Health app and see what impact those bagels had on my blood glucose. This is interesting. Levels scored this an 8 out of 10, so higher score is a better score. An 8 It says this was a stable response. Now, full disclosure, I did take a peek at the Dexcom app to see what my blood glucose was doing over the last 2 hours, and I don't know that I agree with the score of 8. Let me show you. When I started, I was at a 90. So at 2:57 p.m., my blood glucose was 90 milligrams per deciliter. It peaked about an hour later at 114 milligrams per deciliter, or a rise of 24 points. Now, 30 is generally considered a spike, so this wasn't a spike, but this definitely felt more than a moderate sort of rise in glucose. So my overall takeaway on the Thomas Keto Bagel Thins are, they're okay. I mean, it's not a mind-blowing bread product. They're very thin, so it does live up or down to that name. I think when you factor in the glucose rise, combined with the fact that they're just not that awesome and the ingredients are kind of sketchy, I'm going to say for me, I'm not going to be purchasing these ever again. But if you're not strict keto, in fact, if you're leaning more towards just low carb, perhaps this is a viable alternative for you if you want to make a sandwich or something. But for me, I'm going to say no. I hope you found this review helpful. If you did, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications. And don't forget what I told you about that newsletter. Down in the description, click that link. I promise no spam, and I will never, ever, ever give away your email address to anybody else. But that's it for this video. As always, thanks for watching.